Welcome to Joe Kirogo and Associates. My name is CPA Daniel Kirogo. Today we want to discuss about the Finance Bill 2024, which we all understand it is under public participation. The bill was gazetted on 9th May 2024, which is going under the field of public participation, as I already mentioned. The proposal seeks to target to increase the revenue base by the government and achieve revenue collection by Kenya Revenue Authority. The bill also proposes to make amendments to the related laws, that is the Income Tax Act, Chapter 470 of the Laws of Kenya, the VAT Act 2013, the CPA-K Tax Procedure Act 2015, the Miscellaneous Fees and Levies Act of 2016, and the Excise Duty. So we have divided our segment of this discussion into 5 segments. That is the income tax changes, the VAT, the Tax Procedure Act, the Excise Duty, and Miscellaneous Act. These are the proposals which have been brought in the Finance Act. We're just going to highlight a few of them on this video. So the first one of the income tax changes, there's the introduction of motor vehicle tax at 2.5% of the vehicle or the value of the vehicle upon the insurance issuance. The proposal, it is proposed that there will be a minimum motor vehicle tax of 5,000 and to the maximum of 100,000. What are the implications of that? It is generate revenue from the motor vehicle owners and encourage compliance through the insurance issuance. The second is to encourage timeliness insurance issuance, but on the other hand, this may increase the initial cost of the vehicle purchase also, and there is quite an uproar on the motor vehicle industry and the general public at large because of that insurance. It is going through the public participation, so we can raise our sentiments to the concerned authorities before the bill comes to the law. Those proposals will be effected from 1st January 2025 if the bill passes through Parliament. The second one is withholding of goods supply to public entities at 3% for residents and 5% of non-residents. So initially this proposal was not there, or this withholding tax was not there for the goods that are applied to the public entities. So the bill proposes to have a withholding tax of 3% and 5% of non-resident. So what is the implication? Obvious, Kenya Revenue Authority and the government is targeting to expand its tax base and revenue collection, and to ensure that the suppliers who supplies the government, the entrepreneurs, that they also chip in generating revenue to this country. So the effective dates, if this sails through, it is 1st of July 2024. So the third one under income tax is also the deletion of withholding threshold of qualifying payments to the residents. The finance bill proposes to remove the threshold of 24,000. This is on management and contractual services. As you understand, initially the withholding was capped at 24,000. So if you get any payment on management and consultancy services below 24,000, initially you are not paying any withholding. But now the bill seeks to remove that 24,000 capping, so that any management and any consultancy service, any management and contractual services of any amount, you can be able to pay the withholding tax, and the proposals will be effected from 1st of July 2024. So the second one is on VAT. What are the changes which have been enacted by the VAT? So the first one is the mandatory VAT registration threshold. This has been increased from 5,000 to 8,000. So initially the VAT Act or what is in place right now is that you need to register for VAT if you have a turnover of 5 million in a year, but now it increases it to 8 million in a year. These are welcome to low-income earners, as it is a lesser burden to them, and this one will be effective from 1st of July 2024 if this bill sails through Parliament. So the second one is introduction of VAT on bread and any other products which are on wheat products. The bill has proposed that we will classify the supply of ordinary bread from 0 rated to standard rated. This one there's quite an uproar on this also, because this will increase the cost of bread, which is quite a staple food to many Kenyans. And this one is definitely, we'll see how it goes through. It might be dropped during this public participation, but it is one of the proposals in the bill, and if it sails through Parliament, it will start being effective from 1st July 2024. The other one is the VAT on financial and insurance services. So the VAT on financial and insurance services, the bill has proposed to move various financial services and insurance services from exempt to standard rated. As you know that financial services, most of them, and they have been described in the schedule, they were initially exempt, and the bill now seeks to put VAT on it, to put it on standard rated. Definitely on the side of Kenya Revenue Authority and the government, it is a way of expanding the tax base, but definitely this one will increase the cost of getting financial services and insurance services. There is also quite an uproar on this. We'll see how it goes through, and if this sails through, it will be effective from 1st July 2024. What are some of the changes in Tax Procedural Act on this Finance Bill 2024? The first one is the objection decision timeline has been extended. So this bill it proposes to increase the time frame from the Commissioner making an objection decision from 60 days to 90 days. As you know that the time for making an objection decision currently it is at 60 days. The bill proposes to make it to 90 days. What is the implication? This may lead to a longer period for the taxpayer to get an objection decision, because it goes to 3 months. But it's also a good move on the side of the Commissioner, because he'll get enough time to prepare for the tax disputes and maybe definitely get good precedent and judgments from the Commissioner. So if this says through, if it says through, it will start being effective from 1st of July 2024. The second one is the penalty for failure to integrate the electronic tax systems. So the bill proposes to amend Section 59A of the CPA by introducing the penalty for failure to comply with a notice by the Commissioner to integrate the electronic tax system. Further, the bill proposes to introduce a penalty for failure to submit document through the electronic tax system. As we know that this year, and from last year, Finance Bill 2023 to this year, there is much emphasis on generating on all invoices in the tax system, and that's why that proposal is being put in place. Initially, there was no penalty or a defined thing on the CPA, but now this is the proposal that is being brought there, and the implication that the proposal introduces penalties of not exceeding of 2 million shillings every month for failure to comply with the integrated system and submitting the document through the 18th or through the tax the electronics tax system. So if this goes through, also it starts effects from 1st of July 2024. So the third one is cancellation of tax agent licenses. The bill seeks to amend Section 2.2 of the CPA by inserting the words recommendation of the tax agent committee immediately after the word the Commissioner shall. So what do you mean with this, or what is the implication? This will ensure that the Commissioner has no absolute power of cancelling the tax agent licenses without consultation of the tax agent committee. And in fact, this is also quite a concern of people like us, the tax agents, that the committee should have good representation on the decisions of the Commissioner. And if this goes through, it will start being effective from 1st July 2024. So the other one is about the excise duty. What are the changes part of the changes that they are being proposed by this Finance Bill 2024. So the first one is the introduction of excise duty on services offered by non-resident person through digital platforms. The bill seeks to introduce excise duty for accessible services offered by non-resident person through the digital platform. And this one definitely is to increase the tax base and increase revenue collection. The proposed date of this effect is for 1st of July 2024. The second one on excise duty is that the payment of excise duty to manufacture of alcoholic beverages the bill proposes to extend the payment of excise duty from 24 hours to 5 working days. Initially, it was 24 hours for manufacturers of alcoholic beverages. We are supposed to remit the excise duty within 24 hours, but now it has been extended to 5 days. That is a very good welcome move, so that they can also be able to do their accounting and within the 5 days before they submit. And also it also help this sector to manage their cash flow. So if this sails through, which is a very good move, it will be effective from 1st July 2024. The last segment on Miscellaneous Fees and Levies Act of 2016. The first one is increase in IDF. We call it IDF, import declaration fee. The bill proposes to revise the IDF from 2.5 to 3% of the custom of imported goods. Definitely, this one is the implication of this is to increase the import declaration fee is aimed at stimulating growth in local manufacturing. So whenever there is proposals to increase levies on import, definitely the government is seeking to improve the local manufacturing sector, which is quite a good move. And if this sails through, it will be effective from 1st of July 2024. The second one, which is a new levy, there is a levy that has been introduced called eco levy by this bill on certain goods manufactured or imported into Kenya which have negative environmental impact, which poses of this good. And definitely our president is very much vocal on the environmental impact, and definitely maybe that proposal, it is coming from, let me say, from his quota, which is a very good welcome move. And definitely this will anticipate the prices of goods to increase, and obviously the cost of goods and to the final consumer. If this goes through, the proposed effective date is 1st of July 2024. And maybe the last one that you can share on this segment, and when I say the last, these are not the only proposals which have been brought out by the finance bill. So you can get a copy, you can download a copy or get the bill and go through all of them. We might not be able to highlight all of them, but the last one that we have here is the Affordable Housing Act. The bill proposes to delete the section 54 of the Affordable Housing Act that prevent owners of affordable housing units to sell their units without prior written consent by the Affordable Housing Board. So initially, if you have an affordable housing AHA house and you wanted to dispose it or to sell it, you had to get a written consent by the Affordable Housing Board. But now that one has been pulled down. This is obviously a positive development for prospective owners of affordable housing units, because they will not face restriction whenever they want to dispose of or whenever they want to sell their properties. So if this sails through, it goes to 1st of July 2024. And if you need maybe any clarification, you might go through the bill, and maybe you are not an expert on that, you'll find our contacts down there on this video. Maybe you can contact us and we can shed more light on this. Thank you very much.